I'm Janeane. This is KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and this is Get the Funk Out. Standing by to join me is Kornfeld and Desiree Staples, and we're going to talk about their TV pilot, The Influencers. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yes.
How did this come about, this project?
Good question. Well, I went to school for theater and musical theater in Chicago. It's Northwestern. Go with any Chicago people out there. And actually, I host my own radio show there as well, but we'll get into that later.
Nice.
But I'm from Orange County originally, moved back out to LA after I discovered I wanted to do more TV and film than theater. And a mutual friend connected me and Allie because, as a struggling, just starting actor in LA, I'd always wanted to produce and make my own work. And having moved to LA, she connected me and Allie. And then we both started laughing about the same things, primarily, which we kind of write about. I moved into a building on Vine Street. It's a tall blue, very clear building with huge iPhone ads. You really can't miss it. When I moved there, it was kind of the height of Vine. Which is now, as we know, gone. But I think kind of the precursor to TikTok, right? And all that jazz. Yes. There are a lot of influencers in that building. And yeah, on a Tuesday morning, you'd see just, 9 people at the pool taking pictures, doing a little photo shoot. And I was like, this is not real life.
Right.
And Allie and I both thought that was insane and hilarious. And that's kind of how it all began, right, Al?
Yeah. I mean, I had also just moved to LA when we met, and I'd been working in like a day job in New York and writing sketch comedy for theatre at nights for years. And it was just I felt very comfortable, and I knew I wanted to do something creative full time. And I thought if I made the leap to LA, it would light a fire under me to, get stuff made and actually really commit. It was just a huge leap of faith coming out to LA. And so when I met Desi, and she's just such a positive force in the world, it was really easy for us to start, collaborating. And it's worked out really well.
Great. You just know it. When you make a connection with somebody, you're on the same page.
Totally.
Yeah.
We balance each other out very well, because I would say my strengths are acting and producing, which I've done for a while now. But Allie, it comes from screenwriting and sketch. And so It was actually very funny as we were writing the show. And this is probably actually one of the first shows I've written, and I knew I needed a collaborator. It was very funny, and when we were I had like 85 ideas where my character is gonna disguise herself as her own agent, which actually I think would be a good show. But we were trying to do way too many things, and actually Allie had a brilliant idea. We brought on a UCB faculty member to sort of be our head writer, so we would what do you call it?
I don't know. We just needed someone to rein us in and give a structure. So basically, it was an old sketch teacher of mine, and I just said, what if we came to her every 2 weeks and just submitted where we were at? And it was just a nice, keep us on track and get some final results. And I think Desi and I work well together because we have an introvert-extrovert dynamic, which is it's very helpful, especially in talking situations.
So let me guess, who's the extrovert?
Well, honestly, I think I'm an extroverted introvert, because I do recharge with people, but I also really need 12 hours on my own.
Me too.
But I think I am more extroverted, just because I do get inspired, and kind of after something like this, I'll be like, okay, now I could be productive and have energy.
Right.
Whereas I need to take a nap.
Exactly. Have you both always wanted to go into acting since you were little? No.
Desi has.
Well, yeah. So Allie is primarily. Have you acted ever, Allie?
I mean, yeah, they did make me do it in
sketch stuff?
in sketch comedy, but I'm more of a writer.
Yeah, which is great too, and that was actually really helpful when we were shooting the series almost 2 years ago. I think it was exactly 2 years ago, where Allie could be, behind the camera and looking at monitor and helping me with my takes, because that's always when you're wearing many hats. Of when I'm acting, I have to just be the actor in that moment. But yeah, I pretty much from third grade. The joke is I could do no sports, and there was nothing else that could be done for me. So I got into singing primarily, and then from there fell into musical theater. And then from there, somewhere in college, had my first film TV class ever. And I think that combination of like the organized business brain and creatively, where in film, it's really the crafting of it, versus theater, you do it live and that's it, folks.
Exactly.
And the intimacy of film too, where it's just you and your team getting to build this thing, really like blew my mind. So
putting on a show, it's the best feeling in the world.
I feel like right now with COVID and everything that people are going through, having these passions for writing, for comedy, acting, everything you're both doing is so important. It probably brings you a sense of optimism, positivity right now.
100%.
Yeah, it's definitely a relief to disappear into another world, at least for me when I'm writing. And I definitely, the writing community is a great supportive resource that I reach out to on a daily basis, basically, to get some writing done, because it is hard to concentrate. I don't know how you guys are finding creating right now, but it can be difficult.
Extremely difficult.
It is hard, but I have to say, when I do carve out that time, even if it's at night, or I get up really early and I'll do it, have my coffee, everybody's asleep. It's amazing. It's such a boost to get, to see the characters, to see the story, to be excited by the story and get it done.
And don't you, when you do it first thing in the morning, it sets your day up for a win, I find.
Yeah.
I get grumpy if I don't get my creative time in.
I agree. So tell me about the influencers.
Yes. All right. So my character, and jump in anytime, Ellie. My character, Mia, is an aspiring talent agent, which is a fun world to play because actors don't get to dive into that world too much. But Mia is an aspiring talent agent. She thinks she has an interview at ICM, which, as you may know, is one of the biggest talent agencies in the world. She gets in, she gets hired basically on the spot, and it's internet celebrity moguls, which she soon discovers is not representing, Chalamet and Kate Beckinsale, but cats and this crazy guy Preston who comes in, who is sort of based on Logan Paul, super loosely, who's a prankster that keeps pranking in the office. There's Greg, the manager, who really wants Mia to come aboard because she actually seems qualified. And there's Erwin, the insecure but very committed to YouTube assistant or associate at the office. That's two people, just Greg and Erwin. And hilarity ensues. And not to spoil it, but she has to be there for longer than she thinks. And the rest of the episodes are kind of going to delve into just the fires that agents have to put out with these influencer types and all the shenanigans they get into, because it's a very, just what we were saying earlier, different world than what we're used to.
I love it.
We were really fascinated by what people were suddenly becoming famous for doing the dumbest stuff, like pressing their face in bread, or like the Chewbacca mom who put a Chewbacca mask on, and then now she's got book deals and she tours. And so I think that was, we were just like, imagine managing these characters.
Right.
Yes.
Because often they don't mean to, especially the first influencers really weren't trying to become famous, some of them. So we just loved, and we also loved the community and weirdness of it. Like, I'm obsessed, like a person that squishes their face into food. Who is that person? Like, and the mukbang too, like these little tiny girls who just eat so much food online and have a following. And anyway, I'm fascinated with the extrovert thing with human beings and everyone's experience. And kind of we wanted to both, of course, put a humorous light on it because it is heightened and kind of crazy, but also like kind of the fun and new world, and even in COVID, of just how more connected we are through social media and Instagram and Zoom, even where we never would have been able to communicate or find community in this world, where people that squish food and love cats can find a community.
Isn't it crazy what people will gravitate to when you look at the millions of views on YouTube for, you know, somebody who can give you tips about growing a tomato, and they have like 8 million views, you know? Like, really?
Yeah. And
it's like more than some network shows.
Yes, exactly.
And it's that X factor, right? It's that like inexplicable thing, you know, there's no, or else everyone would be doing it. Like, how do you become one? Like, it's some magic of the personality and the topic and
timing,
personality and timing. That kind of all comes together. So we're super fascinated, and just, it made us laugh. So
it's amazing.
Roll with it.
Without giving too much away, what else would you like people to know about this? We'll start with you, Allie.
Oh, well, I guess in future episodes, we have a lot of really fun influencers that we have found online and written about, and have the opportunity of hopefully collaborating with. So that's an exciting thing for us to do and to see for people who love crazy YouTube stars.
Right.
That's a really good point, actually, that we haven't mentioned that's a huge part of the show, that in this episode, we only feature in the pilot one real influencer who's Food Squish Girl. I think you follow her, Food
Squish Girl.
Yes. Yep. I think, or is the cat's not a YouTuber? Not the one the one we have a picture of, I don't think.
No, we have written episodes about influencer cats though.
And we did at our premiere, which was in 2019. We reached out, once again, the glories of Instagram. We reached out to Sunglass Cat, who you can follow at Sunglass Cat, who has, I think, almost 1 million followers now.
Oh, come on.
Who is a really cute cat that wears sunglasses because she doesn't have eyelids.
Oh.
Which I didn't. Yeah, you would never know upon first look. But there's actually a really cool story behind Sunglass Cat, whose real name is Bagel, and of just her owner likes to reach out to schools and just, you know, show people that cats with no eyelids are different but should be loved too, and awareness and kindness. So that's really, really cool. Anyway, we invited Sunglass Cat to the premiere, and they came full in stroller and sunglasses, and that was hilarious. Once again, those kind of weird stunts were all about those. So yeah, we're definitely looking to and have tailored our future episodes with actual influencers that are willing to play with us and both comment on the world in a fun way and make fun of it a little bit. And also, we're in the Catalina Film Festival right now. I want
to ask you where it is.
Yeah, so it's Catalina Film Festival. I believe there's a link on our press release, but if you just type in Catalina Film Festival to go there through the 27th, you can get tickets. And I don't know, we're in a few more festivals, but I don't think we can announce them yet.
Well, I know upcoming competitions include Catalina, the 8th to the 27th, Burbank Film Festival, the 10th.
That one just happened, I believe.
I hope I could announce that.
You're fine. Yeah, that's on there. You're fine.
Okay, excellent.
Catalina is the only one that's still upcoming for the next 2 or 3 days. So
yeah, it's been doing a lot of festivals during quarantine, which has been amazing.
I think people love this during quarantine because everybody's online and looking for a diversion. So it's a great diversion.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For us too.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the cool thing. It's when you make something like this that we get to follow it and go on the festival circuit with it for a long time after. But yeah, the whole goal was to have this fun world and make people laugh, and more now than ever. I think it's like you were saying, Allie, it's a great escape, and just a good distraction in the best way.
Fantastic. Where can people find out more about it?
We have a website, right?
Yes.
We have a website for the show. It's under Allie's page.
Okay. Yeah. The link is on your site. So you've linked it on your page. We'll put it put it there.
But if you type in, Allie Kornfeld or Desiree Staples, it'll come up pretty
Okay.
quick. Yeah, if you put the influencers, Desiree Staples, Allie Kornfeld.
Okay, and I put the trailer on my show blog and some other info, which is getthefunkoutshow.kuci.org.
Love it. Check it out. Check out Get the Funk Out and the influencers. Collab.
So one last question. For people that are creatives that are feeling a little down, uninspired right now, do you have any advice? We'll start with you, Desiree.
Yeah, I think, well, I was just telling Allie this. I am writing, which is huge because that's, as I was saying, that's the challenge for me. I'm doing 5 pages a day is the goal that I've been giving myself. And it doesn't matter when, or if last night it was 3 a.m, because couldn't sleep.
Wow.
But just getting through those 5 pages is pretty cool. And just what we were talking about, diving into that creative space and kind of getting out of this crazy year that we're in.
Yes.
On top of that, just there's so much fun, this whole experience of COVID again with Zoom, like where I can collaborate with someone on the East Coast that I never would have, and people having more time, and just how much people are getting better at using computers and all that jazz. There's a lot of creative, fun ways that you can create right now that we couldn't before. Definitely. And I think that's pretty exciting. And if you start thinking about that of, okay, what if I did something with my friend in England and they're 8 hours ahead, and there's something cool there of time travel that I'm not, that I hadn't thought about, try to use these seemingly negatives as maybe a blessing in disguise in your work.
Yeah.
And I think that's exciting.
Great advice. How about you, Allie?
For me, definitely, I've needed outside accountability and structure during this time that I've fallen back on. And I use Zoom sprints with other writers, which is a great way because you check in with what you're going to work on, and at the end you check in with what you accomplished. And then also accountability via emails. And then, if I can get some kind of routine, it helps. But also just being kind to myself, to be flexible, to, if I really can't write right now, do it later.
Right. That's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Being gentle with yourself. I think that's a big one, because I think a lot of us, just our whole schedules have changed of, not commuting. And so I've been actually like trying to fit in more work into the day. And then, so somewhere around 5, I go, okay, we can be gentle with ourselves. We put in more work than we usually do. And giving ourselves time to recharge.
Yeah. And unplug.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's like someone was telling me the other day, it's like I work where I sleep, or I sleep where I work, and I'm not sure. Sure which one it is. So trying to get out of the house and do walks and outdoor.
Good idea.
Exercise.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to thank you both so much. I really enjoyed this. Congratulations again.
Thank you. So lovely chatting to you.
Thank you. Me too.
I'm excited to be on the show. Oh, and if you go to the hashtag The Influencer Series on Instagram, you can also see some of our behind the scenes photos and some of our posts as well. And actually, if you follow me and Allie on Instagram, it has all the latest premieres and pictures and stuff like that.
Okay, fantastic.